And welcome. Let's get back to it. I've been wanting to get back into playing some Call of Cthulhu. It's been a little bit, so let's continue our journey. Let's see. What are you guys up to?
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Do what? Let's see. Who is St. Brendan?
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Let's find out about the island.
That statue represents your local saint.
Hope that's not
What
repeated.
do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Is this where you live?
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
So you don't have any work?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
And who are these guys that are
The
keeping
two guys
guard?
behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who's Cat?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
So these guys.
Come on, you can tell me. No. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I don't know if I can do a lie. This passage leads to the Hawkins
I've got to
warehouse.
enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn
Well.
about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Did you guys deface the statue?
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Don't think I'm gonna get far.
I bid
talking
you,
to these
gentlemen,
guys.
farewell.
Didn't see this path. Can we get through here? No.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Interesting. Anything in here? Nope. Let's see. Talk to this guy? Nope. Crabs. Oh! He just vanished into the ground. He's like, you're not gonna eat me! You want to be fishing right next to that nasty thing? Get up this way? Anything over here? Nope. Doesn't seem like it.
There.
What's in here? I wonder. Cat knows about the thefts from her stock of liquor. She'll soon find out who it is, and I wouldn't like to be in his shoes.
I've now got proof that goon is stealing from his boss. Hello, old friend.
Bottle of liquor. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to drink with you again. What's all that? Okay, that must be the shrine there those guys are talking about. St. Brendan, the Navigator.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
What do those look like the tattoos that guy in the bar had on? Well, maybe I can talk to him. Maybe he'll know. Okay. Do need to get in there. I'll try talking to that guy first. Maybe he'll know something about it.
What can I get you?
Ah, do you know the Hawkins warehouse?
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Talk to you?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
Definitely look
gifted with its own consciousness.
What's on there?
Until it finds a new reader.
Text is too small. Maybe you guys can Photoshop that up bigger. Let's see. I've got some blackmail on those goons.
Put that beast back back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Well, maybe this gonna let me in.
Where do you think you're going?
I must get
I'm not
into this
here
work.
to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What do you know about the Hawkins
What more
case?
can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I've seen your old statue.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Get rid of the two guards. That was... Nothing else is lit up here. Hey, get rid of
I
the
have
two
an
guards.
offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Look what
I
I've
do have a
got.
bottle on.
You're a good guy, you.
No prohibition for dark water.
Follow me. Cheers, you jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
Say that again. I hope for your sake.
Turn that light on.
No, it's not what you think. It's just that you
I'm in. Okay. Letter is busted up. Okay. Door.
Let's see.
Let's get on. Oh,
Perfect.
nice.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
To enter a reconstruction scene, hold left and right mouse. Okay. Psychology.
What happened here?
Punch the glass. There's a bunch of bloody bandages. Presumably from afterwards? Why'd they punch the glass? From grief? Anger? That is
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
curious.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
Who's in that picture? It's a man and a woman. I guess their home's behind them. So it must be a man by the shape. So... Huh. Anything else to see? Nothing else is shining. What is this person doing? Like praying to the painting? Reaching out? Not sure. Cops up there. Can't go by.
Someone has settled in here.
Oh.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
What are you talking about? Let's team up. My psychology is good, right?
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Interesting.
God damn it. Hurry.
Oh, hello, cat.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Someone's watching us.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Okay. He's on my side. For now. We'll see if he's a turncoat. It's a hell of a scar on his cheek there. Someone watching us?
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
You're not the first to talk about Winchester.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I thought the mansion burned in a fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Probably got other questions. You know the place very well.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
This place is falling into ruin.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Some travels into the occult. Anything I should be wary of?
I'd prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Well, let's not waste any more
Night
time.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
There's a tree falling there. Okay.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined. But the architecture seems too recent.
Something. John Quickwood. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. Psalm 3:5. I laid me down and slept. Ah, the same thing. Caps over there. Dark wings, dark words. Oh, this would be the graves.
Poor kid. Poor
Simon
kid.
Hopkins. Oh, she's only 11.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Such a strange final resting place.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
I feel like I'm missing something. Okay. There's the 3 of them. Coming out of them? Or maybe I'll trigger this again.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
Okay. And maybe I'll go. Okay. That's where I should go. I'd like to be thorough. Poke my nose around where I'm not supposed to go first.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Oh.
Sturdy and well sharpened.
Sturdy, sharp axe there, huh? Somebody in the windows or anything like that. What's this? Small wooden whale. A figurine of a whale carved from wood. That's the sort of toy that sailors made for their children. So it's been made for the little girl, though. Great view of the lighthouse from here. Okay. If I can ask him about the thing. Hello. Okay, so let's head up to the mansion. are the cops coming? Maybe we can get the axe from this side. Where'd the axe go?
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Okay then. Why isn't the cop coming with me? Did I break his script? This door doesn't look very inviting.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Up here. Nothing.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Hello.
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
I work for... You're heading to work at the police?
You can ask
Mr.
Officer Bradley if it's true. He's right behind me, paying his respects at the Hawkins family graves.
Bradley? A good guy. Not as dumb as you think.
That's right. He'll tell you that we're working together.
Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
Sarah Hawkins was important to you.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Anything out here to find? This gamer sense is tingling. Just go everywhere. That's not the way to go. Let's see if it leads me to something interesting. What is down here? Oh, there's no cottage down here. This must be where he lives. No, I thought that sparkled. Guess it didn't sparkle.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
It's got a bit of the whiskey down here. Keeps his door locked, as he should. Oh, but does he have a back door? He does. Guess I'll spy on him here later. So give me a weapon. Okay. Let's head back up. Go where I'm supposed to go. Where'd he go?
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right.
Sure.
Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker. Still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down, and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire. Let's go poke our noses around, see what we can find.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Yummy. Are they eating squid? What is it? Let's do some medical.
What kind of meat is this?
Is that squid? That's an ugly looking thing.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Charles.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
And the dad got up and he was like, "Boy, you just wrecked my plate."
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
And if the father's not in the picture, why not?
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It's common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? Nyarlathotep, perhaps? It's the Egyptian.
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Let's take a look, like on Batman. That's odd.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
So it was like 10 o'clock.
They had a fight. Why?
Fight the smashed oil lamp. Man, that's the start of the fire?
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
How'd she lose a shoe? So what, they had a fight, he shoved her back, and she lost a shoe. Okay.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
So he got drunk, and then got abusive. Ah, this is where that painting should be.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
That's a good question. Everything around it's torched, but that painting's not.
Did someone escape the fire?
Where's the hand mark? If the child's here, is there a mark here? So is he still alive?
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
The fire wasn't... Well, let's go with the clues don't match.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
Let's see, the time of the fire doesn't match.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Who's the
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on.
Someone had too much
I found
to
a
drink.
bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
Let's see. Let's go with the bodies were displaced.
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
Someone escaped the fire.
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see. The fire wasn't just an accident.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
Turning towards the couple had a fight, which they did, but it could be also more crime of passion. The dude was drinking a lot. I wouldn't say it's arson, that's... Let's go with this is a crime of passion.
I suspect a crime of passion.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Just slam it in your face.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Okay. We've got some perk points now, right? Oh, we got 7. Should I improve my spot hidden? That would really help with my investigation work. Get my eloquence up to at least a professional level, though. End of picking locks, so I could improve my lock picking with that. My eloquence is really low. Alright. Let's at least get that up a little. Strength, spot hidden. That only needs a few points to get up. Let's see. Let's put 2, and that's up my strength just a little bit. And go with that. Yep. Okay.
This door is locked.
Ominous. History of medicine. Haha. Medicine equipment. Where'd he go? I lost him. So, dilly dallying around.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Huh. There weren't the bandages at the warehouse that were all bloody. If he was injured in the fire and took the... Why would he take the painting out? And then just upset with grief about what happened. Okay, yeah, we're more than likely looking for the father.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
Let's read that copy. Oh. Is there something hidden for me to find? That's usually what that means. Aha, oh. A crowbar found in Hawkins Manor. Probably belongs to the caretaker, Silas.
A crowbar. Could prove useful.
Oh. There's that door. Let's go bust that door open.
This door is locked.
Well, then use the crowbar on it.
This door is locked.
Oh, fine. Is that weird? I think I should stay down here.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Dated 1818.
Traps here. Okay, let's go the other way. Nope. Ah! Bugger.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
A copy of the novel Moby Dick by Herman Melville. A classic, especially for a family of shipowners.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Everything here's falling apart. That's unusual looking. The hair on the side of her face is off. Oh.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
We've been here a while, huh? Oh, more medical. A precise and very detailed treatise on the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. Okay. It's supposed to be like layman's terms. Oh, there's all three of them together.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Nothing else has popped up. Storms are brewing. Anybody out here? Here's some water or something.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting.
It's like Stonehenge in a vortex or something. It's odd.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Rare edition of Jules Verne. I suppose it's not too unusual having a pop this all about all the nautical mythology. What was that?
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear Sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your life. Last week, she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to reoccur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. Huh. Oh, this is the upstairs part. Okay. Let's see. That's just a normal painting, right? A little bit of fire in there, I think.
Locked.
Markings. Curious.
The boys' room.
Let's take a deeper look at the boys' room. He's playing with his toy soldiers.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Kids just have forts that they play with.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
What kind of nightmares does he have at that age? The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems.
It's the mind flare.
That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Interesting. Oh. Found a key.
What will her room reveal about her?
This must be Cthulhu. Stuff like skeletons. Sarah Hawkins' sketches look more like a gallery of horrors than anatomical studies. Do they represent what haunts her nights? Sketchbook. Cultism progression.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates. They act as a kind of depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that, I know something. Can I hide back here? Might have to hide back there if I'm getting chased by something. Get into her chest. Or in the closet. Got it.
Perfect.
What the fuck is this place?
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together, and forever it will bind us.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Boston clients. Painting for FS. Who's FS? One for Dr. Fuller. Another for Dr. Fuller in exchange for treatment.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, Ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. What the fuck is this?
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it?
She's got a painting easel here. As a bird. She's trying to banish her demons, or yeah, trying to summon them. There's that marking on the door. These scratches.
Bradley? Is that you?
And the scratches continue up there. In through here. Child's room. Let's continue up the staircase. Those slashes are concerning.
Is anyone there?
That's a little bizarre, having a painting of me there.
You! Stop!
Where do you think you're going? Where'd he go?
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
What does that symbol mean? Is he hiding out somewhere?
I'll cover you.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Cover me, where the hell'd you go? Can I get past you? I just want to see what's in that room. Sneak his way back up here. Let's take a quick look. Look at all these paintings. This is where the madness happened. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, fine. Where'd you go, you little sneak thief? Okay, he must have gone this way.
This door was closed earlier.
Which door? Which door?
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room.
It looks like a secret passage.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. It looks like an old seaway map.
Somebody's added coordinates to this old sea map. They make up a journey. Oil refilled. The oil reservoir lamp is very Oh. I didn't know it was going to run out.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
In this photograph, Charles Hawkins and Captain Fitzroy are posing with a third man. They seem close. Haven't seen that guy yet. Or the captain. He had those blanked out pages in his ledger.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Oh, goodness. Do I have to remember from that map?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Seems like this came from a log.
Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton's confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. So 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. Do I gotta take notes of all these positions? Okay then. Apparently I gotta take some notes. Okay. So 42 north, 70 west. And then 47 north, 55 west. 4961, 5751, 3353. Darkwater Island, we have beaten Orpheus. Alright, 4755. 4961, 5751, 3353. Okay.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. This panel is movable.
What the?
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment.
Let's try to do this. Okay, so I need to be at 4270. Um, 270 should be somewhere around here, right?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Alright, so we start at 4270 and try to do 4755. Seven 65 still ish. So we're about there. And then 4961. So we're about there. So 5751. Will be about there. So 3353. This. This feels very not right.
Looks like it worked.
Okay.
Well done, Pierce.
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
Chapter 4. This is probably going to be a good spot to start. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof, when a hooded man leapt into Sarah Hawkins' workspace to steal a painting. Detective and police officer set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
Well, that, my friends, will be a tale for another night. Until then, thanks for joining me. And good night.